Happy 2016, guys! I know, it's so crazy. I remember when I was saying the same thing about 2015, and a year has passed now. It's 2016, which is freaking crazy, because the 2016 marks the third year I'm out of high school, marks 95 babies, when we turned 21, which is not really a big thing for me, but, you know, for all those people who are like, yeah, adulthood, right? No, being an adult sucks. They've got a lot of things going on this year, and I actually have some big news. There's also something else that's huge that's happening to me. For those who are not like personally connected with me on Facebook and Instagram, I posted a picture kind of announcing something big, but I will share with you, my YouTube fellow people. As of like a month ago, I actually tested for the ASVAB, and then I went to MEPS, and then I swore in to the Air Force. If it still hasn't clicked to you guys, that just means I am now part of the DEP, which is the Delayed Enlistment Program, which means I have joined the Air Force. I'm not officially active yet. I'm actually part of, like, the Delayed Enlistment Program is actually basically reserved at the moment, but that just means I'm waiting for my date to ship out to basic training for the Air Force. So I'm joining the Air Force, guys. I know, it's so crazy, it's so exciting, so scary. I actually decided to do this, I want to say back in either October time? I think it was October time when I started talking to my mom. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's around Halloween. I was talking to my mom, we had a heart-to-heart, and I was like, Mom, do you want to go with me to the recruiter? And that's when it all began. It wasn't up until I met my current recruiter now that things got on a roll, though, because the first recruiter I talked to was really not that helpful. You know, seeing that, I just, I basically scouted around trying to find another recruiter in our area, which there's a good amount of them, so it wasn't that hard. This guy that is my now recruiter, he has been amazing. He literally, like, the first time I went into his office, I took the practice ASVAB, scored pretty high, and instantly we were already talking about, what jobs I might be interested in, like what I wanted, like why I wanted to join the Air Force. There's all this stuff, and then all of a sudden I was going to take my ASVAB and go to MEPS and swear in, and it was just like, oh my gosh, this is all crazy. I'm so excited. Hopefully soon I'll be finding out when my date is. So I auditioned for my number one choice, which is broadcast journalist, which is basically would allow me to be overseas a lot and be on the radio and TV for, armed forces in general. Like, that's like a dream of mine. It's pretty awesome. I hope I find out very soon whether I got it or not. I'm not really that disappointed if I don't, because I have all these other amazing jobs lined up for me, pretty much, that I would so happily willing to take on for a challenge, even if it's something I've never done before, which is part of one of my resolutions. So that is my big news, guys. I am officially on the process of enlisting in the Air Force, and I am so excited. So actually, this is what this video is about. This video is about basically jump-starting my life, my adult life. I'll be moving out of the house again, starting another chapter in my life. This is big. This is big. But for all of you guys wondering what I'm doing in the meantime, I am still working for bands. I'm gonna miss it terribly, just because I've met so many amazing people, and like, just this experience in this awesome company that I'm just like absolutely in love with. Like, I'll always be a Vans girl, no matter if I'm working for them or anything like that. Still, like, majority of my wardrobe, I'm pretty sure I'm always gonna have a million Vans t-shirts and shoes, because let's face it, I'm not growing anytime soon. My feet aren't growing. So I'm gonna just have a lot of Vans stuff to remember my time at Vans for. But another thing I was always telling myself, I'm like, if I get out of the Air Force after the 6 years, after I finish school and stuff like that, maybe I'll go back to Vans, just not on the retail level, because I can't do it anymore. I've grown out of the whole retail aspect of, Vans. If anything, I would probably try to do corporate level, because I'll have my degree and I can use that degree towards something awesome like that. But now let's get back to what the actual point of this video is, which is resolutions and what I'm doing to help kickstart that into motion. So, let's see. Let's go to my handy dandy journal. This beautiful thing right here is my new journal. This is actually going to be my keepsake for just all my thoughts and stuff like that. Actually, one of my resolutions is to write more, because let's face it, I'm a proclaimed writer, and then I always describe myself that way. And then it's been like about a year since I've actually sat down and wrote something and meaningful to me, and I was just like, come on now, you gotta get back into this. So I'm gonna read you guys my awesome list of resolutions, and it's something that you guys can also, you guys can pick apart and make your own, or still write for me, I don't care. But, or don't, this is just mine. It doesn't necessarily have to be everybody's. So, New Year's resolutions. One of my big ones this year is that I'm gonna be doing a mental power outage from now on, which basically means at a certain time. So 8 o'clock, I'm gonna try to go to bed at like 10, because knowing me, I am sleep deprived as it is. I like constantly have, even when I don't have work in the morning or I don't work during the day, I still end up not going to bed until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's rough on me, because I just don't want to do anything, and it's bad, and my mind just keeps going on and on. A big part of that, it's shown in tons of studies before, that the reason why our generation is so sleep deprived, like a lot of us are insomniacs, is because we're hooked onto our devices. Like, we're connected 24/7. We really need to just kind of let our mind at ease. Plus, this will give me some opportunities to do other things that I love to do, that I get distracted from easily, because I'm always on my phone or always watching TV or all that stuff. To take this time to read a book or write my thoughts out. So everything, like I said, write things down, reflect on my day, reflect on things that I've been thinking about, So I have a bunch of books on my shelf that I have not touched yet. I am an obsessive, compulsive book buyer, but sometimes I don't even find myself able to read the books that I buy. So I'm actually restarting this one, and hopefully the rest of the books on my shelf. So my second one is reach out to connect to people I want to keep in my life. So this is a huge one for me, because as you guys can see, I'm terrible at communication. I'm terrible at keeping in touch, or just keeping something in a routine. So like this, for instance, this hurts me that I was always like, yeah, I'm gonna post every video every week, blah blah blah, maybe a couple, and I never did, and you see me like every 2 months or something. Anyway, okay, so what this really entails is, whether it's Skype, text, Facebook, or, phone call, I want to make sure that the people that I care about know that I care and think about them on a daily basis, because it's true. Then regardless of me and my mental state of always telling myself that, oh, they don't think about you. But you never know that. You don't know that until you actually reach out and you're like, hey, I miss you. Which is something that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to actually be clearing out my Facebook friends, because I haven't done that since middle school, which is terrible. But I'm just going to be going through everybody's people that I don't know or I don't talk to anymore. I'm probably going to end up just, completely deleting. I'm also using that as kind of like a checklist to see the people. It's like, oh, I really miss them. I want to hit them up and see how they're doing. Because some of these people, I haven't seen them since like middle school, or like my freshman year of high school, or like Turkey, which is like elementary school. So, these kind of things, like, I miss a lot of people, and I just want them to know that, even if they don't respond to me. But if they respond to me, I want to make every effort to try to keep in touch more. That is one of my biggest resolutions this year, is to communicate more with people that I care about. Because, as much as I always think that people forget about me, it's probably, in their head, they're probably thinking the same thing, vice versa, that I just forget about everybody, but it's not the truth. Okay, so let's see what else. Learn something new every day. This is a big thing, because knowledge is power, guys. Just pretty much keeping an open mind about everything. That's pretty much the gist of this. Just kind of thinking along the lines of, there's always something that I want to try, or something I want to do that I've been putting off because I say that I'm so busy. But honestly, it's that whole freaking phone thing. It's the phone thing. I swear to God, it's the phone thing. I will completely admit this. And I'm telling you too, because you who are on your phone 24/7, there's probably a billion stuff that you're into. A billion stuff that you want to learn, try. Do that. Use your phone to motivate you. I mean, you got apps for that. You got, Pinterest, that you can find, like, you pin like random crafts that you're like, oh, this looks so cool, but then you just leave it in that little folder and it's just collecting dust. It's pretty much what it is. It's just collecting little speckles of digital dust. Go through those folders, find something that you want to do or try, and just do that. That's kind of what I am entailing with that. Or I actually am probably going to try to just print out math things. I know this sounds really geeky and nerdy, and I'm not even a math person. It's just, math is important, and it makes your brain work, so why not? That was my thing. So, I keep saying so, and I'm sorry. Probably need to edit it out. Probably. So, here's the thing that I said, write everything down. That just includes, it's like every idea or thought. God obviously wanted me to be a writer, because that's the passion that he gave me, and I believe writing can be used for good. So just like these videos, most of my videos are going to be based on writings that I write in my journal, my personal thoughts. So word power, right? That's my weapon, my destiny weapon, I should say. Weapon of destiny. Read it over, add things, reflect, include this routinely. And that's not just my journal, that's also this handy dandy planner that I just got. And yes, I actually customized this to be more Abby-like. So if any of you Zelda fans out there know who this is Navi. I actually got one of these stickers from Pensacon like forever ago, but now I'm putting her to good use. So Navi. So I have this little thing. It's pretty much, this is gonna be my personal guide for this entire year. I'm gonna have this with me at all times in my bag, so that I can jot down things that I need to do throughout the week, stuff like that. So I kind of customized this to be, like, hey, listen, and then as soon as you do that, and then it says, You got this. I believe in you with a Triforce. So that's my own personal motivator. I'm sorry. I like this planner. I actually got this at Target, but I like this planner because it's got this. It's got actually, let's see. It's got an actual like little grid calendar like that, as well as a weekly little spot to write things. And then this is a notes portion. This is actually going to be my little checklist, because I'm actually more organized if I have a checklist. If I have something physically that I'm seeing, that I'm doing something, oh crap, I almost spilled my coffee, then I'm probably gonna follow it better. This is basically my Kickstarter resolutions checklist, and I've even put like Monday through Saturday on it, which it should be Sunday through Friday, but whatever. I'm starting today, it's Monday, so. And then my bonus is act of kindness, which is another part of my resolutions list. Either if it's advice or a helping hand or listening ear. I want to give my fortune to someone else who lacks it. You know, this could be a friend or a stranger or somebody, you know, just on the street or whatever. I don't want to be a bystander ever anymore. I want to at least give some kind of effort to try to do something in some way, even if it's minor. Like I don't care. It's important to me. And this is an act of kindness without any reward. So, you know, it's just, you know, maybe if it's giving money to a donation or, you know, just not thinking about it, just doing it, you know. Something that I really feel passionate about. I feel like if you're gonna do some kind of charity, you should do it from the bottom of your good heart, without expecting some kind of, you know, reprisal for it, because it's not what that is. That's not what charity is about. It's not what helping somebody out is about. The reward is that it sparks something in your heart. You know, it warms it. You know, you don't have to get any kind of physical reward for something that you do out of the kindness. That's how I feel about it. So I feel strong about it, but it's something that I'm gonna be trying to do every single day, every single week of this entire year, especially when I'm thinking, you know, of being rude. Why? What's the point of, you know, having an attitude towards somebody that you don't know anything about? You don't know their story. You don't know why they're stressing. They don't know why you're stressing. So just smile. That's what I do all the time, is just smile, even if, you know, it feels like they're trying to throw baseballs at you. I don't know what kind of analogy that was. On to the next. So be more orderly and routine. As I said, this whole planner thing, as well as this wind down, probably gonna help me a ton. Give me more time to do stuff. And then save money. Because why not? I also am planning on going to California for my 21st birthday, just because I feel like it's cliche to want to go to Las Vegas, which is like only 4 hours from me. But I want to go to Southern California. I want to hang out on the beach, and I want to go with one of my best friends who's here that I don't ever get to hang out with. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, pretty much live happy. That is my biggest, is just, you know, once I get settled into this whole regimen that I'm planning out for myself, hopefully my life will feel more at ease and I'll just be so much happier than I've ever been. It's starting there. I can already feel that 2016 is going to be freaking awesome, and I hope you guys are. I want to hear about you guys' resolutions, what you guys are planning on doing, any big news that's coming up with you. Email me. You know that I always leave that email open for anybody who wants to say anything or talk or, you know, tell me their story. I'm all ears. That is what I'm here for, guys. And I will probably be talking more about my journey for the whole Air Force thing in later videos, and I promise that I'll try to post more than I have been promising, honestly. Love you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your 2016, rest of this month, rest of this day. Just everything I hope is amazing for you. And remember, let's keep aiming and always shoot for those dreams of yours. Alright, love you guys.